Now this is more like it. Flies actually aren't that bad, surprisingly. It's been hot and dry. This is the site I always refer to as AAA. I got in here in the early spring when it was like still 0 or minus single digits at night, and I haven't been able to get back in here since. But my taking Monday and Tuesdays off is paying off. So we're gonna get set up. It is a friggin' challenge getting in here. We went over there and there was nobody there. Kind of freaky. It's funny because I was talking to a friend. She was talking about how, which would you rather stay in, a haunted house or a graveyard? And I was saying how it can be pretty spooky out in Crown Land when you're on a weeknight, when you're the only one out here. Now I'm hearing voices, like, I mean, plain as day. Plain as day. Somebody must have been walking by. Pretty bizarre. Sometimes frogs can sound like people, actually, you know, off in the distance. Oh, we're gonna get a nice sunset. I forgot how nice this lake is for sunsets. I think I saw some fish jumping too. Might have to try a little fishing. We're all set up. I think I'm gonna get TJ set up in the tent. The flies are bugging him. He's a fly magnet. Yeah, mystery solved. Just a couple of teenage boys walking out for a walk. They must be camping down the road. That's good. It's the next lake over. Got this place all to myself. I have to get out in the canoe before it gets too dark, or before it gets dark. It's funny, I've said it before. Okay, I'm staring at the camera now, but I notice everybody always has. See, now I'm staring at myself. That's what everybody always does on YouTube, I noticed. I'm going to try not to. I'm going to stare at you. It's as good as it looks. I'm out in the middle of the lake in the canoe. It's a beautiful night. Evening. Beautiful evening. I'm the only one on this lake. I like it. You can hear all the bugs humming in the woods. Sounds like a million drones. I'm gonna do some more canoeing. Holy smokes! I got a cloud of flies around me. Oh, they're just little what's the proper name for them? Gnats? Gadflies? No, they're not gadflies. Little tiny nuisance flies that don't bite. I think I found a little water access site. I'm still in the canoe. Maybe you can get at it from the road. Oh, wow, it's a big site. Oh yeah, it's right by the road. Huh. Maybe I'll get the trailer in here though. Oh, I never knew there was a site over here. Oh, you can't even park. That's good. That means it's not a very popular site. clouds right here. That's good. It's nice to do a little canoe around, see if you got any neighbors. I only see ATV tracks in here. Ooh, the bugs are a lot heavier over on this side. It's a lot more open where I am. Oh, that's so cool to be able to do these little adventures. Make a nice picture. Well, I'm glad I checked the weather, because we're supposed to have thunderstorms for the next 2 or 3 hours or so. So I brought a tent fly, which I've discovered has a big mouse hole chewed in it. I really hate mice. I gotta stop putting my tents in. I gotta put them in sealed containers if I put them in the garage. And I've got this tarp setup, works really great. I brought a paint pole for the middle this time, because last time I wired up my 2 walking sticks together. But now that I've got the walking sticks, I just put those on the corner to support the corners. Okay, doesn't that look great? Seems to be getting rid of the bugs too. The pending rain. I don't even need to do that one up. Yeah, that looks great. Just goes right over the roof. Perfectly dry. Nice setup. Yeah, that works really great. And then when I had this on my last trailer, I had these as backup. I had ratchet straps holding it onto the trailer, even though I think I had it secured in other ways, seems to me. Some screws. But yeah, they've come in handy for tying things off. So there's another set over here. One time I had a big heavy, one of those zero gravity lawn chairs, had it strapped to the side, but it marked up the side. And they're just too heavy to bring camping, unfortunately. I find the disposable camping chair, or disposable, what's the word I'm looking for? Collapsible? Foldable? As long as you have a little pillow for lumbar support, they're fine. So this will be interesting. Watch some rain. Still early. God, I think it's only, it's just not even 9 o'clock yet. This is the only other drive-in site on this lake. Whew, and I'm gonna make it quick because the flies are nasty on this side. It's a little lower and it's not as much, and there's no wind. It's a nice site though. The only thing is the ATVs come in here and they don't know you're in here till they're in here. That would be disturbing. Oh man, I can't believe the difference in the flies. That's a deciding factor right there. I'm gonna have to come over here and try it once though. Okay, whew, I'm getting back over to the campsite. I'm getting hungry. I found a little portage just over there. We'll go check it out tomorrow. Cool. So I think that goes over to Teapot Lake, and I saw some fish in Teapot Lake. Look like smallmouth bass to me. Around the corner, and what do I see? Home sweet home. Just enjoying my morning coffee. It's an overcast day. Mosquitoes are coming out already because it's a warm morning, but it's a beautiful one. Yeah, I think we're going to be spending a lot of time in the screen tent. Well, we're just going to go for a walk along one of the main roads here, but the The deer flies are just too insane for TJ. I got my bug jacket. See all the mesh? Isn't that cool? Nice and cool. But unfortunately, I can't stand the mesh on the hood. That's got a zip-on hood that would seal me right up. This is the only screen that doesn't drive me crazy trying to look through. But it leaves my neck exposed. I just got a bug spray there. Seems to work. I'd like to get a complete jacket though. Although having a hood that's zipped onto the jacket isn't all that great either. If you want to take a drink or something. We're going to go find an ATV trail. Because it's strange, once you get in a smaller trail with no dirt and gravel, the deer flies go away. You just have to contend with mosquitoes for the most part. So that'll be a little easier on TJ. See you there. There, we got off the road onto a little ATV trail. Wow, this is pretty back here. I love these trails, especially on a weekday. There's nobody here. I think those two boys left with their parent this morning. Somebody went by around 7. Oh, this is nice. This is beautiful in here. There's a big cliff here. We got a bit of a hill to get up here. Lots of little tiny mountains in this region. It's really nice. Well, it's getting hot and muggy real quick. So we got the heck out of the bush. Flies were just too bad for TJ. Let's see if I can get just some kind of a head net without a hat. I don't know if he'd keep it on or not. Probably not. I'll give it a shot though. I hear something coming. Might be a Jeep. Sounds like something bigger than a four-wheeler or side-by-side. Yeah, I think we're going to have a lazy day. Nothing wrong with that. Nice surroundings. Good reception here too. 4-bar. I think that's one of the reasons why this is such a coveted spot. That and the view and the privacy. Whatever I heard off in the distance veered off somewhere. Had a great sleep in the camper. Well, although I did wake up a few times. Drank a few beers, so I had to get up and relieve myself a couple times. But yeah, that screen that I put over the entrance, actually at one point I had to close the windows, kept one open a little bit because it got a little chilly. There was a draft coming through the cabin. Not a bad thing. Oh, we'll have a good supper tonight. I got a couple of steaks, some sweet potatoes and carrots. Put that on my little barbecue. I'll have to check the weather. They were saying that there was a chance of rain this afternoon. I think that's changed though. It's awesome here. Well, it did rain for about 3 hours and we just kind of watched some videos and napped. Got caught up on some sleep. I haven't been sleeping well the last few weeks. So that was nice. But yeah, now the clouds are breaking up, sun's out. We're just making up some supper. I forgot all the spices, so I've got a little packet of mustard. I'm going to put that on the steak. Forgot the carrots. I got a can of corn. And just steam in the pot with some water to get the chili out of it. To cook up some corn to have with it. It's all good. Doing a little fishing. There's stuff jumping. I just don't know if it's fish or frogs. Hard to tell. Yesterday I think I saw a snapping turtle jump out a few times. I'm just trolling one of these things. Just canoe it around before it gets too dark. It's not a bad morning view to have my coffee. I really caught up in some sleep this weekend. It's like 7:30. Usually we're up at 5:30. We went to bed early too. Probably like 10 o'clock. Just didn't feel like staying up. The bugs were bad. Not a single one out yet. I wish we had been up at 5:30. Could have enjoyed 3 hours of no bugs. As it is, they're going to be here soon. It's starting to warm up fast. The sun's up. I'm going to finish my coffee and we're going to try to go for a little hike before they get too bad. Well, we're off on our morning hike. The flies are just starting to come out. I'm really kicking my ass. You don't sleep in when you're out here. I love the entrance to this ATV trail. Not for the faint-hearted. Faint of heart. Huge. I guess it's a cliff. Let's call it a cliff. But yeah, this trail is probably pretty darn close to 45 degrees. It's hard to walk up. I would be, I'd have to get my ATV legs again. I haven't driven one in so long. I'd be very leery of coming up here. I'd be afraid it was going to pop a wheelie and go over. It's that steep. Maybe the tracks I'm seeing are people going down. I really can't imagine anybody going up this. You just can't take a run. There's too many rocks. And the earth is so loose. You'd get halfway up and start spinning. I don't know. I think when I was ATVing, I was on 3-wheelers though, so they were only 2-wheel drive. Whew. Whew. Nice way to start the hike. Get you breathing. Now, here's the fork in the road we came to yesterday. And we chose to take the path less traveled. As you can see, all grown in. That just led us over to another main trail and quickly led us back to the road. But the flies were so bad yesterday. A lot worse than right now. But I suspect they're going to be getting worse by the minute. But we're going to go up this way and see where this goes. Maybe we'll see some wildlife, but again, didn't get up early enough. Stupid. I'm going to be kicking myself all week. Because I was all caught up in my sleep. There's no need for it, but oh well. We're still out here. And actually, the flies aren't too bad. For me anyway. Actually, they're better. They're not quite as bad for TJ. Right? You're having fun. Is it worth it? Yeah. Says, yeah, it's worth it, Dad. Let's keep going. goodness, this is beautiful. That's what I love about these ATV trails. They usually go somewhere. And right now, I'm going to a beautiful little froggy pond. Oh wow. The trail goes over. Hopefully it opens up to a lake. Quite often these are just what's on the other side of the dam. It's pretty though. Boy, if a fella had an ATV and rigged it up with some camping gear and a tent, you could really find some amazing spots. Wow, this is pretty. Oh, there's the dam there, so much for that. Well, sometimes there's a secondary dam though. It's a beautiful view in the morning. Once you stop, all the mosquitoes come out. Wow. Well, I'm gonna pause here for a second, and we're gonna keep going the trail down that way and see what's down there. Beautiful. Okay, the bug jacket had to come off, and I've just covered myself in bug spray. It's getting too hot. That thing has a lining. It's like a rubber suit. Sweat, sweat. Well, it looks like we've hit the end of the trail. Just came to a nice little camping spot. Like I say, if you had an ATV and put some camping gear on it, holy smokes. I suppose it's not the most amazing view. And I find these tight little ponds, the bloody beavers almost harass you. We've already had them slap at us once. But what a nice spot. Well, there's not a whole lot of flat ground. I've always wanted to try one of those hammocks. Hammock tents. Well, it's kind of disappointing that this didn't go anywhere. I kind of hoped it was going to go around this pond and keep going. We'll go back to that trail that crossed. I'm a little reluctant because it just goes back to the road, I think, the direction it's going. I'm not ready to go back to the road. Wait a second, this looks like a little trail here. Like more of a walking trail than a... This could be an animal trail though. Well, if it's a beaver trail, they quite often just go to another lake. Let's see where this goes. It does look like people have been on it, but could be wrong. The ATV trail that broke off over here didn't look like it was well traveled. Yeah, I don't know if this is going anywhere. I think we'll go back to the trail. Wait, what's that up there? Well, it's never fun until you get lost a little. Just keeping the sun to my back or my left. And that way I know I'm heading towards the road. We are on a very old logging road that you really have to keep an eye on. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see the clearing there. See here, it would be easy to go that way. Actually, looks like a little lake over there. So, pretty sure that's the trail. that way. But we're going to go over here and check out this lake. We may have found secret lake number 2. Yeah, it's just a little swamp. No real amount of water. And the secret to being lost in the woods is not to panic. When I was a younger man, I'd get all worried and get rushing instead of taking my time and being logical. Yeah, I can even hear a vehicle on the road. But now, where's that going? Should we be really brave and bushwhack? I know the road is straight back this way. Yeah, why not? Let's have a little fun. There's just old trails all over the place. This must have been forested at one point. I'll keep monitoring Google Maps and make sure we're going the right way. Yeah, a little adventure here. More likely to see some wildlife. Cool. Well, here's one of those dead ends I was talking about. She's straight down. So we're supposed to be going that way. So I think we'll make our way down. See if we can. Over here there's a little ledge. It takes us a little lower. Let's follow it and see if we can find another one that takes us even lower. That's a good 400 or 500 feet down. Well, to avoid that, we went over here and slid down our ass. There's actually some marker tape. Somebody's made a trail a long time ago, but we're still heading in the right way, keeping the sun to our left. I have a feeling, because we were going up for quite a ways coming in, we're going to have a few more of those to scale down. When I say I slid down, I literally sat on my ass and dug my heels in and slid down that. Oh, this is way more fun than a trail. It just adds some intensity to it. But keep your wits about you. Be smart about it. You'll be surprised how everything works out. What the hell am I going down to now? I just hope I don't get behind a big swamp that I have to go around. That could add a little bit to the journey. I think we're going down an animal trail here. Moose and deer and bear have to get around here somehow, right? I'll have to consult Google Maps again, see what direction I'm heading. I like to double check every 10 minutes or so. There was one time, I think it was last year, that I got off in the wrong direction. Thought I was very sure of myself. I think it was clouded over. I didn't have the sun. So yeah, I'm gonna have a look. I was just commenting off camera that I was surprised we haven't hit a trail yet. No sooner did I say that, we've hit a trail. Now I gotta decide which way to go. I think I might go this way. Just keep an eye on Google Maps. This is actually starting to look familiar. But if I go that way behind me, I think we'll come out on the road where we did yesterday, and then we got a ways to go along the road. Whereas if I can figure out how to get back to where we came in, which I think is just up here, we come out just below the campsite, because I know the deer flies are going to be insane. I got to start using my selfie stick. You guys are having a conversation with my chin. I was just thinking, getting lost in the woods and figuring out where you are, because we just came across a familiar little mud puddle with some ATV tracks that I had made a note of, and some doggy prints going that way. So we're back on the trail we came in on, and we're going to come out exactly where I want. And that feels the same to me as when I do something myself and change a part on a car, a part that I've never done. It's all about self-reliance and challenging yourself. It's awesome that you can do what would be called a leisure activity and still, get growth from it and challenge yourself and get a reward out of it and be back in this. It's just incredible. I don't know why, but I'm not complaining. The flies have backed right off. I'm glad I took my jacket off. I'd have about a pint less water in me. And I'd take a big drink when we get back. We're over the rise. I think we just go down a steep hill now. The one that I was saying, that I don't know if I'd take an ATV up it. We're almost to that spot. Not quite. So we're almost home. Yeah, I can see the lake. I don't know if you can see that down through between the trees there. And there you can see water. That's home. Oh, there's just so many little offshoots here. Pretty easy when the sun's out to just keep an eye on where you're going. Yeah, here's that steep trail. But yeah, here's another old trail going off there that I could explore. I've been looking at the maps to get back though. It reminded me of something I said I was going to do today. And if the bugs aren't too bad, I just might. I'm going to have some more coffee and something more to eat. But I want to go over to the other side of the lake I'm on and do the portage I was talking about. Over to T Lake and try the fishing over there. I don't know if I can get TJ to come with me though. I don't want to leave him because we'll be gone for an hour or two, I would think. Well, that turned out to be a perfect hike in my books. We got to discover a little pond we'd never seen. And I'll be quite honest with you, I kind of enjoy getting lost and the challenge and doing a little bushwhacking and figuring out how to get back. Adds a little excitement, a little entertainment to things. And we're almost out to the road. Yeah, here's the sign, lock danger. Is that backwards? Yeah, too bad. Haven't seen a single vehicle all morning. I think I heard an ATV off in the distance when we were back in the woods, but it was up north of here, closer to where there's houses and on the hoity-toity lake. And we're coming into camp. Looks like it's undisturbed. I locked my Jeep and put anything extra valuable in it, but I don't usually bother with the camper. So if the Jeep's parked here, I doubt very much if anybody's going to walk right in. It's just not how we do it here in Canada. Whew. I'm ready for a drink of water and a sit down. We were probably gone for about an hour and a half, something like that. Relax and regroup. So yeah, we have the little barbecue going, and we get some sweet potatoes and some hamburgers. I think I've showed everybody the red barbecue. It's a good solo barbecue, but if I ever brought somebody with me, I'd have to get a little hibachi. I think I may have cooked for two on it, I think, one day out on a day trip. So yeah, we're gonna leave tonight. I have to work tomorrow. Not sure what time. Maybe we'll watch the sunset. The rain doesn't start till 2 in the morning, so we'll watch the sunset, have everything mostly packed by then, and then head out. Make it home not too late, so I'm not tired tomorrow. I don't think that's going to be a problem, though. I've really caught up on some sleep. Kicking my butt, I think I mentioned earlier, kicking my butt that I didn't get up early this morning, though. You got to take advantage of being up here. Those Kevlar canoes are looking like they're more and more worth the money the older I get. This thing's probably, it's got to be 80 to 100 pounds. She's all loaded up. Tent's gone. Just getting ready to hitch up. Head home. It's probably getting close to 8. TJ doesn't want to go. Neither do I. Wah. She's all packed up. Ready to go. Doesn't she look good? but work I must. I can't wait for the day where I'm semi-retired or retired completely. Or maybe this channel will take off someday and I can get revenue from it. And that way, oh man, we should have stayed a little longer. I was going to stay till sunset too. I almost want to haul the chair out and sit back, but the wind's dying with the sun going down, so the flies are coming out. But you can see the beautiful sunset. It always seems to come out whenever it's overcast. It seems to come out right when it's getting close to the horizon. Okay, back to the Jeep. We're heading home. At least we'll make it home at a decent time. Throw a load of laundry in. Make them out of shorts, and it's supposed to be hot out tomorrow. See ya.